As my friend says,
Okay,
let me clear a seat off for you.
What? Let me clear my seat off.
Clear a seat off for you. He's like when he's being an asshole
Yeah.
talking to a woman.
Like, sit on my face.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so
All right, now we.
how do you gentlemen feel about talking video games? I'm going to talk about Microsoft.
Okay.
The reason I want to talk about Microsoft is because E3 is a couple of days away.
Okay.
Going on first.
They're actually going on second.
Microsoft is?
Unbeknownst to me,
Yeah,
EA
EA
is actually going on Saturday
Floating
this
in
year.
Yeah, but that's
Saturday.
not. I thought that was.
They're fucking up everything.
It's still E3. It's
Now,
still,
if we talk about the big three, Microsoft
Yeah.
is going on first. They're going on Sunday,
Yeah.
which is they haven't done that since 2010 or 2011, whenever the Xbox Slim came out, 360 Slim. Either way, they have already made it known. Phil Spencer has said that, look, we're going to go over 90 minutes.
Yep, he said that today, as of a few hours before this recording.
We're going to go over 90 minutes.
deal with it.
We have a lot to show you. My biggest question is, what do they show you that, one, differentiates them from the Sony presser? Because we know that there's a lot of cross-contamination between software. Two, makes me want to buy a Scorpio.
They have a whole lot of new fucking titles. That's the only reason they would need to go that long, because they'd have to show off like a whole bunch of new stuff that no one's ever seen before.
Yeah.
So they need time to explain what it is.
Well, how much of that stuff is stuff that they've shown before that hasn't come out yet? Like Sea of Thieves
If
and
they're smart,
Crackdown.
if
Sea
they're
of Thieves?
smart, it's gonna be the only reason why they would show a game that they've already announced and we've already seen is if it was something new and awesome.
Okay.
Of like Crackdown 3, like, oh, we went back, we redid some things. This is Crackdown. These are new things. Like, that's the only way it's gonna work. If they're showing off the same old, then it's gonna be a waste of time. A lot of this stuff is gonna be them. It's gonna be both Scorpio and new games that they have to do.
So by that theory, you're treating this like a new console launch. Like, okay, this is Xbox 360, Xbox One. We know you played Forza before, but here it is in, new visual mode.
For people that don't own an Xbox, they have to treat it like it's a brand new console. For people that own the console, they have to treat it like it's an iteration so that they don't feel left behind.
Yeah,
and
they have to treat it like it's an unnecessary. Like they have to treat it like
In a real bad spot.
And
it's tough because they have to
I
treat
think-
it like this is the enthusiast.
I think they're in a good spot.
How?
Okay.
All right, I think they're in a good spot
Okay.
because
I'm all ears.
low expectations, so they can.
Yes.
He's been promising things like an attractive thing, so he's under
He
promising.
is.
Phil Spencer.
Yeah.
He's been. I think his.
I'm just checking the audio, guys. I'm sorry.
His goal, I think, was under promising and over delivering. And we had just news today about an extra gig of RAM that they just unlocked for developers.
No, that
I
was
saw
a
that.
surprise, but when did they unlock that?
They announced it today.
They announced it today, but when did they do it?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't
Because
know
my
if it's, like, in the
concern
dev
is
kit?
that all of these other people that have been working feverishly for the last 2 months to get an E3 demo ready are like, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the fucking input.
Yeah, but that's probably the people that are working on those games probably already knew that. Like they probably have already
Maybe.
said that to the people that are under NDA.
We're getting it
the
now.
people that we're getting it. The general public's getting that information now.
Now, for those games that don't use the extra RAM,
If you don't use all of the RAM, it's that extra gig is going to be used as a cache for basically better
loading times.
faster loading times.
Loading times, like texture popping and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I remember, even the most recent Halos have had this problem where they kind of cleverly filter like textures, where when you get to within a certain amount of distance of an item, the high resolution texture will
It does
pop
that
in.
with animations too.
Yeah.
Halo and I think Battlefield. Well, no, was it Halo? It might have been Call of Duty. I think it was Halo and Call of Duty did that, where like if you looked at somebody from afar, like right where they would assume that you're not paying any attention, that
Right.
person is just fucking sliding across the ground because like they didn't. There's no reason to render
doing
those.
the Gumby.
Yeah,
You know what? Now that you say that,
Pretty great.
they could have purposefully had that in mind the entire time, made the people make it for 8
Yeah.
so that they can use that extra gig for the extra polish for loading times. I
Yeah.
think that's probably something that they could have thought of already.
Right.
But I'm excited for it because the Digital Foundry guys, they had their hands on old kit, and it was pretty impressive what the results, that came from that. So imagine now with all the optimizations that they've put in, and the extra gig. Who knows what other optimizations they could have done in that time as well. So what I'm excited about also is as far as the Scorpio is, I think when I was saying that they need to treat it like a new console, they also have to treat it like a new console for a 1080p user as well. Right. Because 4K is the future, but not everybody has adopted that. So most of the screens that it's going to be playing on is going to be 1080. So the features for downsampling, they have to be there so you can. Right.
Good.
So basically, what I'm saying is that
I get you.
You're still going to have an incentive to get it, either to upgrade it or to become adopt Xbox One for the first time, because the games are going to look better even if you have a 1080p TV.
So Xbox One stays on the market as the entry level console.
Yeah.
And Scorpio, which we have a very strong feeling that that's going to be the name of the console.
Yes.
Going forward.
Yeah. Recently, the Microsoft sent out lollipops to the media with scorpions inside. So it looks kind of like in Jurassic Park, the bug and the amber.
Mosquito, but it's
you've ever seen in a novelty shop they sell them.
So we think that Scorpio is going to be their lead SKU going forward.
Either Xbox One Scorpio or Xbox Scorpio.
Yeah.
Probably going to keep the one just to keep that synergy so that.
Boy, I hope they don't.
I hope that they don't either, but then people are going to be like, oh, it's a brand new console. Yeah. It's not an iterative console, so it's kind of hard to balance that.
Well, I mean, I feel like the purchasing market, the consumers would catch up with that when it's 2018 and there are still top titles coming out for the Xbox One. But
yeah,
that's the thing that
the game that you have to buy to play on that system says Xbox One on the box.
Right. So that was my I had always thought from the beginning that when the Scorpio came out, it was just a 4K Xbox One, and you would buy the same game and it would play on both consoles.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Are we still there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But to me, I know that's the case, but to the person who has a 1080p television, which I guess the ones that I play my games on are 1080. I'm one of those people. I don't care about the internals, and I know this is very odd coming from me.
Internals of, you mean specs?
Specs, graphics.
But here's the thing, though.
What's really going to get me to buy a system like that is, does that system have something that makes the gameplay
better?
Or it gives me a new gameplay experience?
Okay, so what if you're a 1080p user and it's guaranteed 60 frames for every game?
Yeah.
And with no drop frames. If you can get a performance that way, if you can have a better, distance, like draw distances, if you can get all those types of things, you can have better textures, lighting, physics.
Here's what I'm getting at. I have 1080p, 60 frames on Gears of War 5. I don't give a shit about Gears of War 5. I got 1080p, 60 frames on Forza. I haven't played
software.
Forza.
You want software.
They don't have anything. So that's
they do. They do have something.
Well, they have stuff.
They have stuff, and they honestly, if we're gonna be really real,
really real, the
most important thing to have is third-party support. Because the majority, because there's 60 million.
And what do you mean by support?
I mean, there's 60 million PS4s that are out there, right? Only 3.4 million of those have Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay.
But other games that are third party sell more than that, up to 10 million copies.
But what about at launch?
So what I'm trying to tell you is that people care more about third party games.
I don't know if that's
a
I think there's just more third party games.
No, but they're selling in bigger numbers.
But yeah, like individual titles, like he's talking about, like Madden sells 10 to 15 million every year.
Okay.
That's like comparing Call of Duty to fucking Ratchet and Clank. That makes sense.
It does make sense, because it doesn't matter the quality or what genre it is. What matters is sales. And in the top 10, for charts, probably 9 times out of 10, there's not a single first party exclusive that's on that list.
But I would imagine that first parties are what you decide your system that you buy.
That's
when
what
the
a
two
lot of people
systems came
do,
out.
but not everybody does
Like
that.
Nintendo is kind of the exception to the
casual
rule.
people do not do that. The
Why?
casual person, because the casual person is playing Madden and Call of Duty.
The casual
and they just
person-
want to get the best experience
The
for those
casual
two
person
games.
is playing where his friends are.
Fair
yeah,
enough.
that too.
Now, I'm glad you shifted to software.
Yes.
Because we talked about this before we went on. I want to know what Microsoft does that differentiates their conference from the PlayStation conference minus Scorpio.
I think they have to make their third-party games the best version of the game. Because the Call of Duties, the Battlefields, the Assassin's Creeds, the Battlefronts of the world, that is going to be a lot more impactful in the long run than a first-party titles.
Like the only reason I'm even looking at
Out
a
the
Scorpio right now is, to your credit, is because of Destiny 2.
Yes.
It's not, and it has nothing to do with the running of the system. It's the fact that there's so many people that I know of that are getting that game on Xbox.
Okay.
And so the only way that I'm going to be able to play with them until
You want to play the best version of that game.
well, if I wanted to play, if it was about playing the best version, I played on PC.
But I mean, that's where you wanted to be.
Right.
In the first place.
But I can't do that and play with my friends. My friends are going to be an Xbox. There's no way around that. Like, that's just how it's going to be. But I hear that. It's just, I don't know. That is probably going to be the only reason I buy one, which kind of sucks.
I think once you get it though, and then you see how much better it potentially could run other games,
But
that might end up being
it compared to what?
Your main console box.
It definitely won't stop. It won't beat my PC. There's no fucking way it's possible it's gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
it's true.
That's my thing. Is like, and this is just me, and it's very specific because I'm a PC gamer looking at a console as a possible buy. For me, like, I'm gonna get one, and I'm gonna get it so I can play like Destiny and whenever Halo 6 comes out.
I just thought of something else that they could do. I just thought of something else that they can do, and that is for streamers having the 4K capture, 4K 60 that you can capture to. They announced that a long time ago.
Well, you mean like capture to an external?
You can stream.
I don't care about that.
You don't care about streaming in 4K 60?
Not from your system, because that doesn't give me nearly the amount of freedom that it does doing it through a capture card to a PC. When they announced that,
to be fair, we don't know the specifics of that because they haven't announced.
it doesn't.
They just said that you can capture.
It doesn't matter.
Stream in 4K.
No, there's because this is something that pissed me off when they were talking about this with PS4 and Xbox One when it first came out. Yeah, streaming from your system. It doesn't matter. OBS, XSplit, that's always going to win because. Okay, so I hit a button. I can stream from my system. Oh, my Kinect is a camera. Sweet. Oh, I got my PlayStation camera. Sweet. I can put it in the top left, bottom right, middle of my screen. Great. That's it. You don't have the ability to use Streamlabs. You don't have the ability to put anything in.
What I'm saying is you don't know.
There's no way they're going to do that.
Why wouldn't they do that? Those are things that I think that would be very beneficial for them to do.
To your defense, I hope. Now, when the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 came out, I don't want to say streaming was relatively new. We're a couple of years into it, but as so far as it being a viable, like, every day I go home and I turn on Twitch before I turn on TV, like, it wasn't quite there yet. I am hoping that they've baked in something similar to that. And you know what? The naive part of me hopes that they've involved some of the folks that have worked on these things before. If they could give me a creator suite in there, that'd be fantastic.
That's not naive. That's logical.
No, I'm just thinking
whether or not they do it or not.
In
is 2017,
I watch more streams than I watch TV.
Right.
And
dude, when I go home, I'm gonna be watching streams. That's what I do.
Right. Like, I'll be watching them tonight. I'll be watching some asshole play PlayerUnknown. I hope that they have paid attention. They've kept their fingers on the pulse of not just the sales market as far as like what sells, but like where people are and what they're doing.
Yeah.
And if you can give me a box for, let's say, for the sake of ARG, under $400.
Okay.
And you can tell me that this box can play my games in 4K 60, stream my games in 4K 60. Maybe I can upload a video to YouTube in 4K 60, regardless of whether or not I have a 4K TV. And it also has, like, even if it had half of what OBS and XSplit did, even if it just had the ability to layer my content, I would be blown away. So just to further wrap this up.
Sorry.
No, by all means, like, this is it's
I mean-
beneficial conversation.
Yeah.
What do you need to see from Microsoft?
I'm already sold, man.
You're in.
I'm in. I'm that's my
But what
platform of
excites
choice.
you?
I don't know what excites me is not. You guys ain't gonna give a shit about what excites me. So like,
But maybe
it's not gonna
they
get,
do.
It's not gonna get the person
people.
at home probably. Like I do
What
want to see,
people?
or I want to see another Ori game. I know you guys don't give a fuck about that. I care about Ori. I thought it was a great game.
Very good game.
They already confirmed that Halo 6 and Tomb Raider and VR are not going to be there. So, like, really, I would love to see Halo 5 DLC and like a Scorpio patch, and you know, maybe
That
even
we
for
definitely
Master Chief
might
Collection, like that. I would like to see.
What I need to see from Microsoft real quick. I need to see it under $400 Scorpio.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case.
I think it's gonna be
I need to. They're
$399.
losing.
Yeah, that's what they.
Despite having EA access on an Xbox platform, they're losing third parties right now. FIFA just announced their new
I saw that.
their new marketing deal was with Sony.
Yep.
And we're talking like FIFA packaged with the Xbox One sold the Xbox One in Europe.
Yep.
And that's a big fucking deal. So they have to get a third party on board. Now, whether that's something from Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed or something like maybe they go back to the well with Activision and they talk to folks at Call of Duty. Like, I don't know. They need a major third party to be willing to call the Xbox platform home.
I will say that as beneficial as that partnership was for them selling, to sell boxes overseas, that partnership makes way more sense with Sony.
Well, it's that saturation too.
Yeah, I mean,
like they got as much as they could out of it.
Well, like Sony's also real. Like in Europe, it's just like it's just no
Right.
contest. So
So I would like to see them make more strides in that direction, just because I don't want to see them fail. And not that I think that Microsoft would up and fail tomorrow.
no,
But I
they
want to
already
see
have their
them,
next system planned out.
Yes, I want to see them continue to do well. I want the Scorpio to be under $400, and I want a reason to buy it. I would really like to see them give me something compelling that I cannot get anywhere else. Be it Sea of Thieves. Be it if they
innovative
give me an
game.
extended look at Sea of Thieves and it looks like an actual Rareware game, sweet. You know, like I don't care. I need like Recore. Like I need something to be like, this is the Xbox platform, and it cannot be Halo, and
No,
it
it's
cannot
not
be
going
Tomb
to.
Raider because that's elsewhere anyways.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's as one man. The only thing that I'm looking for is for them to be like, here is why you buy a Scorpio.
Now, the other thing is are people going to be open to it even if it is that?
Not everyone will be open to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. There will be couch quarterbacks, and we will do a video next week on it. I guarantee you. We will be back next week with another video. In the meantime, maybe we can solicit a little bit of feedback from you folks. What do you need to see from Microsoft? Tickles your fancy, gets you excited about E3. Maybe you saw this video after E3. Give us some feedback on what they did show that got you excited. Just give us a little bit of something in the comments. Let us know what's up. We do respond to the comments, both on camera and in the actual YouTube.
They're going to be like, and off camera. Fuck you.
Yeah.
We talk about you all the time.
Send me your phone number. I'll fucking blow you up. Trailer for it, and then at the end they had the gameplay for it, and then that was a big anchor on one of their other pressers.
And then now
too.
here we come another year. And
It's the
here we go, boys.
There's
One more
another
time.
year.
Just run it back.
It's okay. So God of War,
Okay.
Days Gone,
Uh huh.
Is that other
Detroit Becoming Human,
Oh shit.
Forgot about
Okay.
that
Yeah.
Hellblade,